A global rocket company founded by Richard Branson has set its eyes on a regional Australian town to house the next international spaceport.
Toowoomba's Wellcamp Airport will become a rocket launch site for Virgin Orbit's operations. And here to tell us all about it is Virgin Orbit's CEO Dan Hart, live from LA. Dan, thanks for joining us. This is exciting stuff. Tell us what you're planning.
Well, great to be here. You know, there's a transformation going on in space. Space used to be the bastion of a couple of national programs, and now is a commercial activity, a regional activity all over the world. We've developed a system that allows an airport to transform into a spaceport very easily by taking a slab of cement and putting a 747, a rocket, and some ground equipment. You see the footage there in front of you. We partnered with Wagner Group. We're targeting Toowoomba at Wellcamp Airport, and we're excited to bring launch to Australia.
Yeah, it's so exciting. When will the first rocket lift off?
Well, there's a fair amount of work to do, but, you know, frankly, it's in the cards. We could, in 18 months, we could be flying to space if everything works out well, or maybe even a little bit earlier.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty soon, actually. I wasn't expecting to do that soon. I guess the question remains then, what exactly are these rockets going to be used for?
Well, you know, there are different segments of satellites. There's a booming commercial satellite sector in Australia and in the region. There's civil space that's allowing us to understand our environment, allowing us to understand the solar system around us. And then there's national security, where, you know, if you look at Ukraine, for instance, and how important overhead imagery has been for us to understand ground truth of what's going on there. So all of those come together to form the importance of getting to space, of having access to space. And we happen to have a system that is portable and has flown now 4 times successfully and put 33 satellites into orbit, and we're ready to move forward.
Richard Branson, can we see him coming down here anytime soon?
Excuse me?
Richard Branson coming down here anytime soon, perhaps to open it.
Well, you know, I think Richard has lots of reasons to come to Australia, but you're going to have to talk to him. The Virgin's been so active in Australia for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And can I just ask as well, is there any strategic benefit to having this site in Toowoomba for you guys?
Well, you know, we have the ability to fly the rocket where it wants to go to. You know, where the rocket flight wants to start. And that's the benefit of having a 747 as your first stage. It's the most reusable first stage in the world. The area that we've chosen is one of the really ideal areas in Australia, and that we can fly to pretty much any orbit a customer wants to go to. So it is pretty ideal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Probably boost some jobs numbers there as well, potentially.
Absolutely.
You know, anytime a space capability pops up, there's an ecosystem that collects around it. Satellite servicing of the launch vehicle, telemetry, and all the other technologies. And so, you know, the hope is that it becomes a bit of a hub, an ecosystem for space technology. And then, you know, a place where, as I said before, commercial as well as government organizations can make use of it.
Yeah, why this renewed interest in commercial space exploration?
You know, space is going through a transformation. I mean, satellites that used to be the size of a small school bus, the work of those satellites is now being done by satellites the size of a microwave oven,
okay,
or a washing machine, or other appliances you'll have around the house. So the cost of satellites has gone down. The size of satellites have gone down, so therefore the cost of launch vehicles have gone down. And what that's done is it's lowered the bar so that businesses, countries, regions, purposes that never thought they would ever have access to space imagery or communication or science now have the ability to have it. And it's really amazing. I mean, there maybe used to be 6 or 8 major satellite companies around the world. There are now well over 100, and more popping up every month. And so it really is quite a renaissance going on in space.
Yeah. I love it.
tremendously.
I love space.
It's great to be in the middle of it.
It's the next frontier. It's also the next commercial frontier as well.
So
hey, Dan, thank
good.
you so much for your time. We look forward
Thank you,
to
Dan.
liftoff.
Toowoomba. Look out.
A mere 18 months away.
Yeah.
Happy
That's
with
not long
that.
at all.
No.
Good stuff.